Who wins the tournament?
That's the next discussion I suppose we need to have. So India now are confirmed first. Doesn't matter what happens tonight. So we thought, I was kind of trying to run through the scenarios earlier this morning, and I was like, well, South Africa win, that means they're going to jump India, and then blah, blah, blah. Yep. That hasn't happened. So India will finish first, which means they play England. As we was talking about, biggest rivalry.
Yeah. Scott back down to the TBC bit. Go back down.
If Pakistan wins, they come first.
Yeah, well, that is true. Assuming that India beat Zimbabwe.
Oh, sorry. Yeah,
as long as India don't lose to Zimbabwe.
And even actually, a rain out. That anyways. It's
so they're playing.
Assuming India gets the job done tonight against Zimbabwe, which given this tournament, who knows? Who knows?
No,
India should be playing England.
Yeah, at Adelaide. I just wanted to confirm that
the ground.
So the ground is at Adelaide, so not Melbourne. So not a home game maybe for India.
You see the crowd at Adelaide the other day? There's a lot of Indian fans there.
True.
Okay.
Either way, I think they'd have more supporters than the Barmy army that's travelled.
I would say so. And then New Zealand are going to get the winner of this game. Essentially, Pakistan-Bangladesh becomes a semi-final.
Yep.
I think New Zealand look like that they haven't really looked that bad. They did have the loss to England, but it was 20 runs. They smacked the pants off us. They smacked the pants off Sri Lanka. I think their top order has been outstanding. The likes of Glenn Phillips and Devon Conway and Finn Allen have been very, very good. Yep. Kane Williamson, normally the comparison is like a Steve Smith, like a bloke that just goes out and knocks it around at 120. But I think that in the last sort of 2 years, he's actually shown a bit more as a T20 cricketer and can sort of go more at a 130, 140. And then that under lights especially, that bowling attack when Bolt's hooping him around and Ish Sodhi's not too bad and Southee goes all right. I think New Zealand have probably looked the best team, have a horrible record in actually winning tournaments. The 2015 and 2019 ODI World Cups come to mind.
And they can't have cricket. You've got rugby, so just fuck off.
I'll go for New Zealand in this one. Sorry to our Indian listeners, but
in English.
Yeah. I don't know if we actually have any English.
Oh, probably a few.
Maybe because we rip on them so.
Exactly.
A lot of sad little pathetic eyes.
I think of the 4 teams, say Pakistan wins, I think the other 3 have been playing overall better. I think New Zealand's probably played the best. India and England probably comparable in the way they've played. England probably playing a little bit better. I think Pakistan's probably the team that could make the biggest leap because
they haven't played as well. Yeah, we've flogged a dead horse in saying that Baba and Rizwan aren't making runs.
If they make runs,
they could make the semi-finals, and these blokes haven't fired.
Yeah, exactly. If they start firing and they score runs, I'd label Pakistan clearly with the dark horse. I think they're 4, but they will trouble the others. So we'll see how they go. They've been actually bowling pretty well as well. So I think
Shah Afridi's legit. Shabad Khan gets you 4 overs, 4 overs of good spin bowling. They're
so I'm gonna label,
although they've lost 2 games, but maybe they got the worst out of the way at the right time.
Exactly. I think I'm going to call them the dark horses. I'd say New
Same
Zealand.
thing that we did 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, well, I think it's firmed up what we thought.
Yeah.
New Zealand probably favourites from the way they played in the early tournament, but India and England on their toes.
Interesting. I can't really argue any of those points. Obviously, bitterly disappointed that Australia's not going to be there. Monks, would you mind chasing up?
I don't know. Let's get the English team drug tested, maybe, and then we'll get them booted out and Australians
slip a Mickey in. I don't think it's going to happen. We, as well, kind of back to England, I don't think we've seen the best of England.
Yes.
England there's shades. Shades, if you will. But we haven't seen a complete performance. If that English team gets going,
the Milan injury might be.
But I think they've got the depth to like.
No, they're bat heaps deep, but
Livingston batting 6 and 7 is an absolute cheat code. Like he is in the top 5 T20 bats in the whole world.
Yeah.
So if they actually show a complete performance, scary. But that both these semi-finals will be intriguing. But especially England and India, it's gonna be big.
Yep.
I don't think New Zealand's won a T20 World Cup, whereas I'm pretty sure all 3 of the others have.
Yep.
Can you chase that up? Has Pakistan won one? England has definitely won one. India has definitely won one.
When was the last time they won a 50 over World Cup?
Who are we talking about?
New Zealand.
Famously have not won one.
There you go. Well, they haven't really won white ball tournament then.
Yeah, I don't believe they have. They got absolutely dudded in 2019 with that fake draw and however fucking ways the English managed to cheat as usual in that one, robbing it from our Kiwi little brothers. But they haven't won a T20, have they?
No.
So we won the last one. That was to get us off the nudie run.
Yep.
And then the West Indies have won 2. Rest in peace. And then Pakistan's won 1.
Pakistan's won 1. Sri Lanka's won 1.
Sri Lanka and India.
And England.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. So New Zealand would be the only team in this semi-finals that haven't won one.
So has New Zealand made the finals of the last 2 50-over World Cups and lose?
Last 2 50 overs and the T20, and we beat them in the T20. Yeah. So their finals record is no bueno. Yep. No bueno. Yeah. Yes. Thank you there to QTW. Pakistan won back in 2009.